Hi, I'm Darlene Lewis. Welcome to another edition of Celebrity Showcase here on Harlem Stoop Talk. And today is all about growth. Growth in terms of new beginnings, enhancing, and embellishing. Today is going to be the beginning of the rest of your life. Take a moment and say thank you for all of the great things that has come your way. And speaking of great things, I cannot wait to introduce you to my guest, the one and only Leon. Now, you know him for being David Ruffin in The Temptations. You know him from that great movie Cover. You also know him from being that ball player in Above the Rim. Did you know that he was a fantastic musician and has a touring band, Leon and the Peoples? So don't go anywhere, sit back, and we're going to talk to him a little later on in the show. Hi, I'm Darlene Lewis. Welcome to another edition of Harlem Stoop Talk. And today my guest is the one and only Leon, the actor. Leon Preston Robinson the fourth.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You've been doing a little research, huh?
Yes, that's what I do here in Harlem Stoop Talk. Another segment of Harlem Stoop Talk brings you the great actor. Did you know he's been in so many movies? But did you know that he is also a great musician? We're going to talk to him about all his business in 5 minutes because he cold.
I don't know about that.
Well, first of all, welcome to Celebrity Showcases Harlem Stoop Talk.
It's nice to be here. It's always a blessing.
Yes, and you're from New York.
Very much so. New Yorker through and through, born, raised, and currently residing.
Really?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I thought Hollywood had you.
No. Hollywood, employs me, but New York has me.
Well, we're glad to have you, and you are one of our aspiring musicians. We understand you have a band, a touring band, Leon and the Peoples.
Oh, yeah, Leon and Peoples, we've been together for like a decade now, and toured all around the country, and we have a new record out on the Spectrum Music label called Love is a Beautiful Thing. The reviews have been great, so we feel really blessed that people love our music. It's a combination between reggae and soul music.
Oh.
And yeah, we're primarily a live band.
So I'm thinking, is music your first love and you just fell into acting?
That's quite possible. My acting career wasn't something that was planned necessarily. I was discovered on a college campus while on a basketball scholarship by a graduate film student who wanted me to be in this movie. And so from that moment on, I kind of like took the reins and studied acting and became an actor. But I guess music was something that was always in me, something I always loved.
Because you seem so comfortable in your videos, singing and performing, and it's just a different vibe from when you're acting, Not saying that you don't do a great job as an actor, because you really, like that part you played as David Ruffin. Me and my twins, one of my twins, we do that all the time. Whenever we hear a song by David Ruffin, we'll say, ain't nobody checking for you, Otis. Did you really study his life? Like, how did you get into that role and to look like him? Like, that was amazing.
Well, I think that whenever you portray someone who actually walked and talked on this earth, who has relatives and friends and people that know them, you owe it to them and their legacy to bring their spirit to life at least, and do as much research as you possibly can. And so, of course, I did, and many people that knew David, and I just did the best I could to bring his spirit and his talent and to that story.
And you did such a great job. And even with Little Richard, oh my God. Were you really playing the piano?
Oh, well,
Because you really had the facial expressions.
I'm an actor.
You really got into that part. You slayed that part.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It was so believable.
I had I was able to get my director, Robert Townsend, to direct Little Richard. We even did the 5 Heartbeats.
Yes, we were going to talk about that. I was invited to come to the documentary on the making of the 5. I'm so proud of him, and it showed everywhere, even in Harlem, I think at the Maisel.
Yeah, sure. No, I hosted one night there.
Oh man,
I
got
it's really a wonderful
late.
film. I hope people get a chance to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. I'm going to watch
little
it.
Robert's ode to his whole process from the time he was young and until he had the idea.
I love
the
him.
whole struggle. Yeah,
I
it's
love
really
him.
great.
He's one of my Facebook friends. I love him. Now, something so coincidental. I did the casting party for Above the Rim.
Okay.
You were in. I don't know if you know Todd Milkman Montero, but he passed away. But he was friends with Dwayne Martin.
Okay.
So I did the Above the Rim cast party. And I just recently, like a couple of days ago, showed pictures of me, Dwayne, and Marlon. And someone mentioned your name. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna interview them." But then I said, "Wait a minute, you went to Loyola
The Marymount, yes.
on a basketball scholarship.
Yes, I
That's
did.
why you looked so good playing ball in Above the Rim."
Oh yeah, no, I was a baller. Everybody in that movie was a baller, and that's that played ball in the movie, and so, yeah, that's why I always consider it the best street ball movie because the guys were not faking it. We were going at it.
And that was a good
You
story.
would have seen our scrimmages and stuff getting ready for the movie down at NYU, and you would have known.
So let me ask you something. You went to Loyola on a basketball scholarship,
Yes.
so you wanted to be a ball player.
Not so much I wanted to be a ball player, but as I was a very good ball player, and I was good enough to get a free education, which is what my goal was and my parents' goal was. And so whatever happened from that moment on was just going to happen. I don't think I was really built to be a professional athlete. I think a professional athlete is someone who needs to be pretty much single-minded at his goal. Very few people make it to that level of the NBA, NFL, or any of the professional sports. I mean, you're talking one in thousands, and so I think you need to have a single focus. And I didn't have a single focus. I was into the arts. I was into fashion. I was into ladies. I just.
But you're a Pisces like
was,
me,
I
so
was,
you know.
yeah, I was a dream.
We swim.
I was a dream.
Yeah, we swim. Well,
Storyteller.
you have to live. You have to fulfill your dreams. You know what I mean?
Of course.
I believe in that. Wholeheartedly. So now, the future. What does the future hold for you?
The future. Wow, who knows the future holds for me?
Come on, you're Pisces, you're perceptive. You're supposed to see it, believe it, achieve it.
Well, I'm going to continue working. Last year was a good year, especially the last part of the year. I did some projects and really got some notice, and so now I'm looking forward to doing some more projects. Some with my production company, Motion Mob Films, which is based here in New York City.
Okay.
And as well as other projects which I'm starring in or either producing. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy about a series I have streaming right now.
Okay.
I'm also executive producer of called 40 and Single.
Really?
Yes. And I'm going to LA for the best episodic pilot. And it's streaming now. It takes place in Accra, Ghana.
Really?
In the motherland, West Africa. So it's a lot of drama, a lot of topical subjects that affect all of us, especially women. And please, see 40 and Single. It's on the UMC network, and you're gonna like it.
That's Bob Johnson's.
Yes, exactly.
I need to submit some stuff to that because I think he's doing a great job, and I wish more filmmakers would spend time using the networks that are out there, the portals that are out there. I'm not saying that you should not do Netflix, but a lot of people don't know that what he's done. And I found out about UMC through Blackbird, which I thought was a great movie.
Yeah, the thing is, when a company first starts, unless it's started by one of the major studios, you're not gonna know about it right away. But as it slowly builds, UMC is a company now that's majority owned by AMC. So it's almost becoming their urban arm. And so that's why you'll see a lot more content coming from them. You'll see a lot more projects coming out of there because there's an influx of money and it's generating more income.
Really? Now, how do you feel about technology today as opposed to making movies back in the day?
Well, it's a different process. We live in a digital age now, and so everything from time in which you see what you just shot is different. We used to have to wait for dailies to come in the next day. And now everything is digital and things are immediate and you get to see exactly what you're doing right away, and so it's a lot easier for filmmakers to correct mistakes or do things differently, and it's just a different time. But the process of acting is still the same. It's just unfortunately it's been abbreviated. The process of acting, the process of rehearsal, the process of telling the story and having the actors have some kind of chemistry beforehand. These are things that are lost right now. sometimes you get it. Sometimes you get a chance to work on a film that has a director and a studio behind it that allows you the time and that process, and it's beautiful. That's what it's all about. So, but you have to do what you have to do, and so if you have to put your process in a microwave because that's the way film business is going now, you just have to adjust, or you become a fossil. And a fossil, I can't spell fossil, so I can't become one, obviously.
Exactly. So I see you also have dipped into the reality world.
No, not at all.
Well, I mean I've seen you make some appearances.
Yeah, you see me make appearances on the Real Housewives of Atlanta because I have to. That's my child. She's my one and only child, and for me to think that the world doesn't know that I co-parent my daughter just can't happen. Especially when Cynthia was married to someone else, and you see another man in the house, and well, you better see her dad. Because that's who really is the father.
Exactly.
And so if it comes to representing my daughter and people knowing that is my child, yeah, I'll make appearances on any show as long as that's the ultimate goal. And so.
Oh, okay. I just thought that you were just a part of the storyline or whatever.
No. I'm there as as my daughter. It's my daughter's dad, and they need to know who her dad is.
I'm so proud of her because she's off to college.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh my God, how does that make you feel?
A little older than I did before.
But she was such a good kid. No problems. You didn't hear about her in blogs or social media.
Right, it's kind of like her daddy.
Exactly. Exactly.
So,
what's her major?
It's changing.
Oh, okay.
You know how it is. You go in there thinking one thing, after next semester it's another thing. She's young. She's got time. I'm sure she'll change it a few more times before she hones in on what she really wants to do. I'm not rushing her. I just want her to enjoy the process, be a good student, and grow up to be a fine young lady. Because that's what my responsibility is as a dad.
Exactly.
To direct her in that way to become a fine young lady and to get what's hers.
And we need to see more guys like you in the forefront, because you always hear about men not being in the lives of their children, and it is very important for females and guys too, but it's very important for us females to feel loved. And who shows you your first love but your dad?
One of the problems we have is that it's not so much hearing that fathers aren't in the lives of their children, whether it be their daughters or their sons. The problem is we don't give enough press and enough ink to the fathers that do. So that's the problem. So we're always quick to put someone we don't think is doing the right thing on blast instead of praising people who do the right thing. And maybe if we hear a little bit more of that, it'd be a little bit more encouraging to our young kids growing up to know that even if they don't have one, there's many of their brothers and sisters out there that do.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to always be a father in your home for them to advance and be great in life. You can also have mentors like your uncles, your grandfathers, your coach.
Anything, of course. Anyone who's willing to take an interest in you and your development that you can listen to, it's a blessing.
Well, this has really been a great, we could talk all day, but it's too darn cold.
Yes, it's the middle of winter in Harlem, in New York City. I'm trying to act like I'm not cold. I don't even know if I'm doing a good job. I usually know when I'm doing a good job acting. I can't tell right now. Maybe because I can't feel my feet and my toes and my eyelashes. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out. It's beautiful
so
being
much,
here.
Leon.
On Stoop Talk.
Yeah, Harlem Stoop Talk with Darlene Lewis. Don't forget.
Yes, Darlene.
And hopefully we'll see you at SOB's on your birthday if you're in town.
Maybe.
Because it's the 46th anniversary of hip hop, and they're going to be honoring Melba Moore and Black Ivory and Full Force and
nice,
blah, blah, blah.
Nice.
I'll send you in because it's my birthday celebration too.
All right, so send it to me.
I'll send you in
and if I'm in town, I'm coming in.
Yeah, we'll honor you too.
Those are my people.
Yeah. Leon Spinks is going to, or is it Michael Spinks? Michael is the one with Flow, right?
I don't know who's going to be there.
Well, no, he's being honored. The boxer.
Okay. All right,
whoever the boxer is.
Definitely.
He's going to be honored there too.
He's managed by my late great friend, Butch Lewis.
That was my father's cousin.
Yeah, Butch
So
Lewis.
you know Cedar?
Well, of course.
This is crazy.
Butch Lewis is.
All
Butch
Lewises are related,
No,
you know.
Butch Lewis was my guy. I mean, that's
Oh,
like, man,
wow.
that's a serious friendship that put so
Wow.
many of us together. Me, myself, Bob Johnson, Denzel,
Wow.
Wesley. He put us all
Wow.
together, man.
You see?
He was our social leader in one way. He was a beautiful man.
And you know, that's a wonderful thing. But thank you so much, Leon, for coming on the Harlem Stoop Talk here on Celebrity Showcase TV. Tune in every Wednesday, 6:30 to 7 p.m. on Spectrum, Channel 56, Channel 1996, RCN Cable, Channel 83, FiOS 34, hey, and stream online at futurenetworkproductions.com.
She remembered all that.
Yes.
All right, all
it's
that.
all about independent television. 30 years of this.
Definitely. You announced about 30 channels.
Knock it off.
All right.
Until next time, thank you. Peace and love.
All right.
Thank you, Leon.
Complicate is the only way now. Communicate, no one seems to know how. Learn to hate is the easy way out. Say mistakes that we make, let them break. Try to take us all down. Somebody told me, somebody shared the word. Somebody told me, listen to me, have you heard? Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your brothers. Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your sisters. I said love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a child. Say I elevate the way you think now. Educate so your children know how. Separate yourself from the crowd. Let them know how we flow when we know that love is around. Somebody told me, somebody shared the word. Somebody told me, listen to me, have you heard? Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your brothers. Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your sisters. I said love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a child. Say love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful. Love
Hi, how are you? Hey, so like I said, people inspire me. Like, but one thing that really, really makes me have a strong belief in myself is because when people tell me something can't be done, um, I've never been the type to say I can't. And that has not always worked in my favor in the beginning, but because I lack confidence. And people don't even believe that I'm like almost 60 because I still have this desire to create and to want to do things, and you don't lose that when you get older. You lose it when you don't pursue it, and anything you don't use, you lose. And so I just don't want to be one of those people that can say that they never finished what they started. They always say it's good to have loved than to have never loved at all. I believe that I'd rather be a shoulda, woulda, coulda, did it well than to have never done it. It's good to be a one-hit wonder than to a never was. And so my inspiration comes from seeing nature and beautiful flowers and just the beauty of life and everything beautiful. I like bright colors. I like successful females, and I love to see people do what they love to do. Like I said, growing up, it was not easy for me to always fulfill my desires, but like I said before, once I started focusing on me and not worrying about the success of other people that didn't really appreciate the hard work that I put out for them, I start reaping the benefits of my desires. You know, I'm just a proponent of self-motivation. I don't like procrastination. I don't like procrastinators, and I just believe that you can do anything that you want if you put your heart and your love into it. There's a poem that I wrote when I was 17, and it starts, society has attenuated me in such a contradictory manner that I no longer raise my head like a patriot reciting the Star-Spangled Banner. I was going through a phase in my life when I was a kid where I just did not believe in America because of the wars. My father was in Vietnam, and it was really, really a devastating time in my life because I didn't have that paternal backbone during times when I really, really needed it. Thank God I had 6 brothers, and strong people in my life. But then my uncle, Ronnie E. Ford, was murdered, and he was like the patriarch of my mother's family. And so once he was murdered, I was like, oh my God, my life is over. But then my Aunt Pauline, God bless her dead, used to say, keep on keeping on. And that's what I did, and I got into music. Most of my friends either got into drugs and, like most vices, people, they get caught up in, the vices of the world. And unfortunately, a lot of my friends are dead now. But we had some good times as teens. I would not take back anything that I did as a teenager. I have been blessed to have known and meet some very, very serious artistic people and have been able to travel, and meet people that most people read about. So my gift comes from being in the right place at the right time and just being prepared when opportunity comes. So, is there anything you want to ask?
Who do you think that your audience is?
My audience is the world, to be honest. My audience is an audience that could be marginalized, could have been ostracized, or it could be very important people that are rich and famous. I don't really have a particular Puffy, excuse me, my dog Puffy's over here having a little choke-a-thon. Puffy, let's go. Puffy. You know, at the end of the day, I'm very happy that I pursued my dreams, and I'm just so proud of the fact that there were resources available for me to be able to pursue my dreams, because you know, now with technology and everything being what it is, you know, it's so easy for a person to get the word out, for a person to actually promote their products, goods, and services. Like at one time, you know, we didn't have the internet. You know, you had to depend on flyers, and you know, we just didn't have all of the technology that we have now. So thank God that I was on top of, you know, technology, and always computer literate, and always wanting to know what the best thing is, what the new thing is. And I tell you, you have to take advantage of opportunity when it comes your way. You know, a year ago, I was at an event with Roxy and Shantae, and she was celebrating her years in the hip hop industry. And then the next not even a half a year later, her Netflix special about her life is being seen all over the world, and more opportunities. And she started out when there were really not that many female hip hop artists. And this is a man's world. Like, this music industry is run by men. But slowly but surely, women are taking over, especially television production. So even though I'm happy to see a lot of women doing independent television production and getting those really big, major network budgets, they were not around when I was doing television production. Even though I walked away from a lot of opportunities to do network, I just was never motivated to do major network productions. I always wanted to do my own thing. I never wanted to recreate other people's stories, because I never was motivated to do that. I've always been the type of person that wanted to see my products come to life. So maybe in the future, God willing, you know, someone asked me to help them promote their products, their stories. Maybe I'll do it, but I don't know. I just like doing my own stuff. Am I selfish? Am I self-centered? Well, for the first time in my life, I'm now self-motivated. Who knows? Who knows what the future brings? But until then, please enjoy Celebrity Showcase. Please enjoy Harlem Stoop Talk. Please enjoy Gotham, Girls and Guys on the Move. Please enjoy the Real Ladies of Harlem. And please enjoy Hip Hop Cook Off the Hook. Those are all my TV productions. Please buy my books. Please support me. Support my movement. Support the Pretty Girl Collection. And for further info about me, just go to celebrityshowcasetv.com. And you can find out all about little old me. I'm Darlene Lewis. Thank you so much, and enjoy We Cry Happy. Thank you.